Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the previous YouTube I released a few days ago, I share on the triangle in this lower part of the body. One needs to know how to handle this triangle in order to have a proper stance or a proper way of handling the 6 core elements. And so many of our Wing Chun friends have messaged me, discussed with me, and they told me they learn a lot and they're willing to learn. And so today I am going to release another triangle so that you have a full handling of your body. So in our upper body, that is another triangle that we all need to learn how to handle it properly. So even in the first day, I'll practice Wing Chun on how to stand in your stance. One must know this, or else one really do not have the handling. So where is this triangle? This triangle is actually the triangle if you draw a line between your left nipples to your right nipples and then draw 2 lines up to your throat. This is the triangle. So your body have 2 triangles for Wing Chun. One is this triangle, the lower part from your genital, the hip, this triangle. Another triangle is from the throat going down to your nipples and line, and this is a triangle. This triangle is really important because this triangle, in order to properly handle it, need also to know that the under armpit here, the armpit here, has to lift a little bit up. So this armpit must be loose. This has to be loose. Why you need to be loosing that? Because if you're losing this and with your shoulder a little bit like a 1/2 centimeter lifted, automatically due to the lifted 1/2 centimeter, because you need to loosen your armpit here, your spine will automatically loosen up. Just lift 1/2 centimeter. And this loosening up, meaning that your rib cage is loosening up. And due to that, this triangle needs to be loosening up. With the triangle here loosening up, with the armpit loosening up, with the shoulder lift like a 1/2 centimeter up, then you know the upper body is loosening up. Your internal, your chest pressure, your abdominal pressure here, all this is loosening up. You are not jamming it. So the proper is this. This is loosening up. This is loosening up. And this shoulder is raised up about 1/2 centimeter. It never is like that. It never is like that. Now, for this triangle, it is not hunchback. If you do hunchback, you are pushing this triangle, you're stressing it. It's also not tuck it out like that. This is another way of pressing, pushing this upper triangle. You have to be loosening it up, lift a little bit, half centimeter, loosening it up. That is what it is. So with this and the lower triangle, when you stand there, you can actually sense when you inhale, the pelvic floor muscle, the diaphragm, you can feel the expansion. When you exhale, you can feel the pelvic floor muscle come up, your diaphragm come up, is compressing, and it's 360 degrees. So, if you don't know how to handle this upper triangle with this, come with this armpit and the shoulder, you end up be like that. Or you end up be like that. You know, those are not going to help your body, but screw your body. So, if you want to talk about internal, come on. If you don't know how to handle this triangle explicitly, what internal you have, what chi you have when you couldn't even manage a proper the thoracic pressure, chest pressure, chest pressure, intra-abdominal pressure. Your lung, all this breathing, you couldn't even handle it. What internal? If you really have this triangle handle, that is where the fifth writing of the 1850s Wing Chun Xiu Lim Tao. Due to all this loosening up, your pelvic floor muscle coming up when you exhale, and of course, you know, your diaphragm is following it, synchronized with it. It's at that time your chi flowing down to the dantian. Now, if you don't know how to handle this upper triangle, this thing is stuck there inside there. How the hell is going to going down the chi? Not to mention, you couldn't even breathe. 360 degree up and down and compressing, expanding. If you follow me what I'm saying on the lower triangle, the upper triangle, the armpit, the shoulder, you just stand there and you inhale. You can feel that expansion. You can feel the expansion. Exhale. You can feel the contraction, the contractions. That's how you train. The real Wing Chun, 1850. You want to train internally train the breath, externally train the bones, sinews, and muscle. That's how it is. So, like in Xiu Lim Tao today, you can see people do this. You know, do this. When you do this, right away you know that that person do not know how to handle this. Or there's somebody who do this. Again, you don't know how to handle this. If you do this, you can feel like this is stuck, not one piece. The 1850, that's why it do this. It is this. It is not this. It is not this. This because we know about this triangle. We know who is copying the sets. while have no the full view of what is going on. That's why I said the 1860s sets today, the 3 sets today, disregard of any lineage. The Xiu Lim Tao set, it is copying the 1850 without knowing a full information there. The 1850 is doing this. When you do this, you know this is lifted, this is loose, this is loose, this is loose. All this play is like that. But if you do this, clamping this, spreading it that, or doing all sort of stuff, it means that whatever you do, you have no considerations on how to handle that 2 triangle, how to handle your spine and how to handle your rib cage. You need to have this armpit for your rib cage, this thing for your spine, and this triangle handling, loosening it up for entire your upper body, so you'll be able to breathe here, like the other day I shared with you, on your entire body. So this is the body. This is the engine, isn't it? So you can see in the YouTube, many people say, this is snake engine. Because I call it snake engine 10 years ago, and people say this is snake engine. Some say they know 1870 Wing Chun. Some say there's no Mei, even though they learn from me something and then they go out there, talk bad about me. Now I reveal another time bomb there. You better know what you don't know. I'm already really giving face. With all these details and informations, and all this scientifically you can measure, people better don't showing off this grandmaster, that grandmaster say. Believe it or not, all those can be tear apart. Because we have YouTube, we have photos, we can see your teaching 2020. You have this handling, you have this handling. If you don't, you don't. Doesn't matter where you in this world. And if you follow this 2 triangle, armpit, and the shoulder, go to any scientific lab. See whether that type of practice accord to the human body. The physiology, the properly handling. So if you want to do 站桩, you don't have to go to learn Tai Chi. Wing Chun have it. Who says so? The history says so. The science today, medical science can prove to that it is proper. So this is what I like to share with you, okay? Again, as what I say, I'm releasing time bomb now, like a time release bomb. I like to give face, but you need to know where you stand. Because what you face will be the history records, the scientific verifications, and like today you already learned this triangle, this armpit, this shoulder. Does it have to take you 10,000 years to learn your Xiu Lim Tao? Keeping practice so that you'll be able to get it someday? Or you say no. The first day I know this already. Because I know this, how to handle the details, I'm practicing it to the minimum. It's good for the health because you have an optimize of the breathing, helping your blood circulations. So this is what I like to share with you. Based on history and scientific evidence. Now, we cannot keep Wing Chun in the dark. We cannot screw all the Wing Chuners who is royal and devout to Wing Chun. For somebody's family last name, somebody's idea. Sure, as what I mentioned, you can say that, oh, has to be this way in the Xiu Lim Tao. This has to be this way. But wait a minute, those are all violating the human body. So is it up to anybody's interpretations or lineage? Come on, who are you kidding?